I've always wondered if there's a world record for the most brazen violation of neighborly decency, because if there is, my old HOA president, a woman I call Miranda, might have obliterated it. Picture this: my tranquil patio, a Caribbean cruise I'd screamed for years to take, and a pile of the neighborhood's junk turning my backyard into a free-for-all storage lot, all blessed by Miranda's iron-fisted decree. The kicker: the chaotic public auction I staged to clear it out. Buckle up, because this tale set in sunny Scottsdale, Arizona, in the spring of 2024 will make your jaw drop, your blood boil, and maybe even make you cheer. What's the wildest thing an HOA's ever pulled on you? Drop a comment with where you're reading from, because this story's a rollercoaster. I'm a freelance archivist, spending long hours poring over dusty records and digital databases. It's fulfilling work, but it leaves me pale and craving adventure. That's why I'd been dreaming of a 3-week Caribbean cruise since 2015. Azure waves, ancient forts, rum-soaked sunsets. It was my escape from Scottsdale's manicured monotony and the HOA's endless rules about fence heights and mailbox shades. My cozy ranch-style home in the Desert Bloom community was my sanctuary, with a patio boasting a cactus garden and a teak lounge set. Before leaving, I mowed the lawn, armed the security system, and, as a courtesy, told Miranda I'd be gone. Her smile was all teeth, no warmth, her eyes glinting behind chic tortoiseshell glasses. Miranda rode the HOA like a queen, her silver BMW X5 gleaming, her crisp blazer screaming money. Her voice could sour lemonade. I thought I'd left my home in a sane neighborhood. I was wrong. The cruise was a dream. I explored San Juan's cobblestone streets, snorkeled in Barbados, and savored jerk chicken under starry skies. No HOA newsletters, no petty fines. Exhausted but blissful, I returned home in late April 2024, expecting to crash for 12 hours. But as my Uber turned onto my street, my heart sank. My patio was a junkyard. An ancient treadmill leaned against my prized saguaro. Soggy boxes tittered by the fence. A mildew-streaked love seat squatted on my pavers, flanked by cracked plastic chairs, a flat kiddie pool, and a splintered birdhouse. A pile of old rugs reeked of mildew. My brain couldn't process it. Had a freak storm hit only my yard? As the driver unloaded my bags, I stood frozen, rage bubbling. This wasn't my home, it was a landfill. Miranda's BMW shone smugly across the street. I knew she was behind this. I paid the driver, hands shaking, and circled my property, snapping photos. The audacity was staggering, not a few stray items, but a curated dump of other people's garbage. My patio, my cacti, my peace violated. Inside, my answering machine blinked. Among welcome home messages was one from Miranda, her tone dripping with fake sweetness. "Hi, dear. Just a heads up. We had a community storage pinch while you were gone. Your big patio seemed perfect for some spring cleaning overflow. You're such a team player, we knew you'd be fine with it. It'll clear out soon. Hope you had fun." My jaw locked. Soon. Team player. She'd waited 3 days after I left to turn my yard into a dump, knowing I was unreachable. The goal was breathtaking. I saved the message. As an archivist, I'm obsessive about evidence. Miranda had no idea who she'd crossed. After a strong coffee, I visited my neighbor, Evelyn, a retired teacher with a sharp mind and a tidy-up garden. She looked horrified. "I saw the mess," she said, but didn't know who to call. I played Miranda's voicemail. Evelyn gasped. She told everyone it was fine. At a neighborhood enhancement meeting, just her and her lackey, Clara, she said your patio was available and you'd love to help. She even had a sign-up sheet. Some neighbors hesitated, but Miranda's charm and intimidation won out. She'd framed it as a community favor, shutting down doubters like Tom Gwynn, who'd asked about legality, with a sneer, "This is about unity, not red tape." My blood boiled. This wasn't a mix-up, it was a calculated invasion. I dove into the HOA's bylaws, a slog of legal jargon. Hours later, I confirmed what I suspected: nothing allowed the HOA to use private property as a communal dump. Miranda had shattered the rules, ironically violating clauses about property aesthetics and nuisances. I called a lawyer friend, Rachel, who was floored. "She's unhinged," Rachel said. "Your patio's yours. This is trespassing." She advised documenting everything: photos, messages, dates, and sending a formal demand. "Don't let her bully you," she warned. "Bully me?" Miranda was about to meet my resolve. I drafted a certified letter to Miranda and the HOA, detailing the violation, citing her voicemail, and quoting the bylaws she'd ignored. I demanded all items be removed within 72 hours, or I treat them as abandoned, disposing of them and billing the HOA for cost. The tone was cold, factual, my fury channeled into precision. I mailed it, feeling like I'd fired a warning shot. Next, I posted a notice on my gate: "Unauthorized items on Lot 17 must be removed by date. Unclaimed items will be disposed of. Contact the HOA." I wanted Miranda to handle the fallout. A few neighbors approached. Tom and Lisa Nguyen, mortified, apologized for leaving a broken high chair, swearing Miranda said I'd approved it. I was polite but firm: "Next time, ask me directly." A gruff guy who dumped a moldy ottoman muttered about stuck-up neighbors as he hauled it away. I just smiled. The letter was delivered Tuesday morning. I tracked it like a hawk. Silence followed. No calls, no Miranda storming over. She was either plotting or underestimating me. By Thursday, the deadline passed. A few items vanished under cover of night, but the love seat, treadmill, and a pile of warped plywood remained. Miranda was calling my bluff. That's when the auction idea ignited. If the HOA wouldn't act, I'd take control and make Miranda squirm. I researched Arizona's abandoned property laws. With proper notice, check, I could sell unclaimed items. Proceeds were mine to offset costs, though I planned to donate most to a local pet rescue, inspired by that sad birdhouse. I catalogued every item, writing blunt descriptions: "Mildewed love seat, smells like regret, treadmill, may outrun you." I designed flyers: "Public auction. Abandoned goods sale, Lot 17, Saturday, 10 a.m. Cash only. Proceeds to charity after cost." I noted the HOA's failure to act. I posted flyers on community boards, slipped one under Miranda's BMW wiper, and shared it online. The buzz was instant. Locals loved the drama. An estate dealer messaged about a haunted-looking wicker chair. I called the police non-emergency line, explaining my plan and Miranda's likely reaction. The officer chuckled, saying it sounded legal if my paperwork was solid. It was. Friday, I arranged the junk into lots, my patio a bizarre marketplace. I dusted off an old megaphone from a charity event. Saturday dawned clear, perfect for a showdown. By 9:30 a.m., a crowd gathered: neighbors, bargain hunters, the estate dealer in a fedora. Evelyn watched from her porch, grinning. At 9:50, Miranda's BMW screeched up. She stormed out in a crimson blazer, Clara scurrying behind like a spooked poodle. Her face was fury incarnate. "What is this farce?" she hissed, voice carrying. I grabbed the megaphone, keeping my tone sunny. "Morning, Miranda. Welcome to the auction of abandoned goods, as advertised. Glad you made it." Her jaw dropped. "Abandoned. These are community resources." "Actually," I said, gesturing to my binder of evidence, "after your signed receipt of my demand and no action, they are legally abandoned. Want to review the laws?" Clara squeaked, "She's bluffing." But Miranda faltered, eyes darting to the crowd. The Ottoman guy pointed. "That's my chair." "Lot 8, I said coolly. "Bidding starts soon." He glared at Miranda. "You said it was okay." She ignored him, seething. "I'll call the police." "I already did," I replied, megaphone up. "They know I'm within my rights." "Maybe explain why HOA junks on my land." The crowd murmured. Miranda's power was slipping. The auction kicked off. A rusty bike rack went for $5. A box of warped books fetched $10. The love seat sparked a bidding war between frat boys and a gardener, selling for $30. The treadmill, freed from my saguaro, went for $15. The birdhouse, a fixer-upper for feathered friends, sold for $35 to a rescue volunteer, all proceeds to the shelter. Miranda fumed, hissing with every sold. Original owners protested, but the crowd now my cheering section shouted them down. The estate dealer snagged the wicker chair for $50, muttering about vibes. After 2 hours, my patio was clear, except for the plywood. Final lot, I announced. These mystery planks go to junk removal, billed to the HOA. Miranda exploded. You wouldn't dare. Oh, I would, I said, smiling. Community service, right? The crowd dispersed, some congratulating me, others laughing at Miranda's defeat. She jabbed a finger. This isn't over. You've mocked this neighborhood. The only mockery, I said, calm, was thinking you could trash my rights. Enjoy your day. I walked to my patio, now gloriously empty. The air felt cleaner. My cacti stood proud. That afternoon, a junk service hauled the plywood. I sent the $200 bill to Miranda, Community Resources Czar, with my letter and photos. The HOA paid after their treasurer, a timid guy named Henry, one of a small claims loss. Auction proceeds, minus my consulting fee, hit $400. I donated $300 to the pet rescue, posting their thank you on the community board. The rest bought a spiky agave for my fence linear prickly reminder. Miranda's reign collapsed. Neighbors snickered as she passed. Tom Gwynn grilled the HOA on transparency. Evelyn nominated him for the board. Clara tried to dodge blame, but her tattling days were over. Board members quit, and a resident-led meeting saw Miranda face a no-confidence vote. She clung to power but was a ghost by the next election, selling her house by October 2024 to flee to a gated enclave in Nevada. Good luck to them. My patio stayed pristine, my new bench replacing that love seat. I became the go-to for HOA disputes, and the new board, led by Tom, set fair rules. A little suburban rebellion had one piece. This saga taught me I could fight when pushed, and facts plus grit can topple tyrants. The neighborhood learned to question power, especially when it's draped in designer blazers. Miranda. I doubt she learned, but she's gone. So, what do you think? Was I too ruthless, turning Miranda's scheme into a public spectacle? Did she deserve every bit of that auction sting, or should I have played nicer? Could you have stayed calm with your yard trashed? Drop a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more tales of battling entitlement. Trust me, I've got plenty.